So over the weekend, I watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie by Illumination, and I wanted to do this quick little review because I did also do one for the first movie, back when that happened in like 2023. It's been 3 years since the first Mario movie, that's crazy. But yeah, I don't really have as much to say about this one, unfortunately. I'll start by saying this. It's a good movie. I enjoyed myself, and the people that were with me that night also enjoyed themselves. We had a good time. I thought it was a good enough movie. I do think it's a little worse than the first one, which I thought was great. But to be honest, I used to think that one was amazing, and then I kept watching it over and over, and it kind of degraded over time. I still think it's a great watch. But the reason why I think the second one is a bit worse is because it continues the issues of the first one when it comes to some characterizations, the story itself, the very fast pacing. It carried over from the first film. One of the things it didn't, though, was all the super cringy licensed music placements. That is something that thankfully the Galaxy movie fixed. Instead, it's mostly the super beautiful remixes and redos of all these Mario tracks, and even the Star Fox music was really nice. And Fox in general as a character, I think, was used fine enough. I liked him in the movie. I do think it was a bit hammy, a little cheesy at times. They were really playing it up. But I will say, yeah, the music is an improvement in here. I would say that visually, it's even more eye candy. Is the best way I could put it. It looks better. It's more fluidly animated, especially the fight scenes with Bowser Jr. and Bowser, especially in the final confrontation at their castle and their planet. It's just really really nice. But yeah, I don't know. It feels when it comes to the pacing issues, I feel this one is even worse because it felt like they were cramming two movies in one. It was confirmed that they had actually thought about doing a Super Mario World movie. They were thinking of many names. What games could they do for the sequel? And Mario World was one of them. I feel they should have done that, especially because the teaser for the first movie at the end was Yoshi. And Yoshi first made his debut in Mario World. It would have made sense. It would have been a new location, a new adventure. It would have been pretty interesting. But they went with Galaxy, and it felt it was a bit of a reach. I feel they did that too early, and they were trying to still cobble together this kind of on the ground, Mushroom Kingdom kind of adventure. But then they still had this old Galaxy thing they needed to shove in there in the same amount of time as the first movie was. So that's why I say it felt they were really cramming together two movies in one. The Galaxy movie and I guess a kind of world movie, because you have Yoshi, Mario, Luigi kind of going their own thing, and then you have Peach doing her own other thing. And I don't know, it felt like a big mess narratively. A lot of things were happening, even more so than the first movie. A lot of things were just being thrown at you left and right. But even so, like I said, I thought I had a good time. It was still fun. The movie's actually really funny. I would even say it's probably funnier than the first movie. One of my favorite scenes in the whole movie is near the end, where Rosalina and Peach are looking at where Peach's castle used to be, and Luigi just the way his line delivery, just saying that the castle died, it's so funny. Charlie Day as Luigi is one of the best things that these movies have done. But yeah, it's actually a pretty funny movie. I'll give it that. And let me talk about the big elephant in the room now, which is Rosalina. So Rosalina, she literally got the Luigi treatment in the first movie. They sidelined her. She had her cool little big moment with fighting Megaleg, which was cool, but then, they had to arbitrarily make the plot move forward and sideline her and capture her, and she almost did pretty much nothing the entire movie. They kind of cut away to her again, maybe once or twice, same thing with Luigi in the first film, but that was it. And then, they had this whole revelation with Peach, and it's oh, they're siblings. It's okay, cool. They never actually elaborate what evil forces are after their powers, and they never really talk about why Rosalina never actually went to see Peach at any point. But, it's whatever. I get it. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be simple, but they could have cobbled together a more, comprehensive and cohesive story, I guess. But other than that, I think Rosalina was fine. She's very pretty. I think they did her, her design is breathtaking. Brie Larson did a pretty decent job. I guess I'll also talk about the other voices. Donald Glover as Yoshi. Yoshi was good. I actually liked Yoshi. It was pretty enjoyable. And Donald did a great job actually. Being Yoshi surprised me. And then there's Bowser Jr. His voice was actually decent. I remember in the trailers I wasn't a big fan, but yeah, he ended up sounding pretty good. And his character was actually one of the biggest shocks to me in the whole movie. He was really entertaining. He was silly. His backstory, his whole backstory with his father when he was a baby. Oh, it was so cute. I don't know. I really love Bowser Jr. I actually really love Bowser Jr. in the movie. I don't know. I feel like if they had just ditched the Galaxy stuff, focus only on like Bowser Jr., just another conflict of Bowser. Bowser Jr. wanting to break out his father. He breaks out his father, and Bowser has this super interesting like reverse arc of becoming good then bad again because his son kind of snaps him back to reality. This is who you are, and Bowser accepts it. I love that. That was so good. Again, cut all the Galaxy stuff, focus on just that, make it a more grounded film, and I'm pretty sure it would have been even better than the first movie, because it had a lot of potential to be better than the first movie, but it shredded a lot of the same errors. It tried to be too ambitious for its own good, trying to tell like 2 or 3 separate stories at once, and it kind of felt like a mess. A good mess. I think it's a good movie, but all the same, it's just messier than the first movie. So, and then the last thing I'll talk about, I guess, is the thing at the very end, where they teased, spoiler by the way, the post-credit, they teased Daisy. And to me it's weird. She looks fine by the way, she looks very pretty. She's my favorite of the princesses. But it felt weird that they did the whole Rosalina thing before Daisy. It felt like she needed to be done first, especially because Luigi throughout the Galaxy movie literally was talking to Mario about, hey, maybe when you finally get all showy with the princess, you could introduce me to a friend. It would have been a great opportunity to introduce Daisy. I don't know, it's just odd that they chose to tease Daisy after Rosalina, especially when they didn't do almost nothing with Rosalina. I don't know. Again, I like the film. It was good, but it was definitely messier in execution than the first one. I hope that they're definitely going to do a third one. I know it. But they need to sit back and they need to scale it down. By the way, like really scale it down and really let the characters shine in the dialogue and interactions and all that stuff. Let it feel more organic. Let it make the movie longer as well. Like this Galaxy movie was like almost, I think, was only like a couple minutes longer than the first film, which is like, that's nothing. Come on. Like, yeah, I had the cool Star Fox stuff. All the set pieces looked amazing, beautifully animated, and all the music was beautiful, even more so than the first film. There was a lot to love, but when you do the same exact mistakes again, it kind of sours this experience a little more than the first time. So when the third film, dial it back, let things grow more organically, let it tell its story more organically. I know it's going to be a story with Daisy and Luigi, I know that much. But yeah, I think after this third film, I think they should call it quits. I don't know, maybe do that Donkey Kong spin-off that we've been hearing. But other than that, I think we're good with 3 movies. These aren't really living up to like as big of a bombastic thing as I probably would have wanted them to. But I think 3 movies is good. I think 3, you've told a trilogy. Usually with movies, trilogies are like the sweet spot to hit. And I don't think we really need more of that, especially if they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep formatting it this way with the way that the first 2 films now have kind of told their stories and such. I think we're good with 3. Okay, yes, I am going to talk about the one cameo that did make me the happiest, and it was the Pikmin one. Oh my goodness, it made me so happy seeing those little guys up on the big movie screen. They looked so cute, and the gag itself that they used them for, the joke, was pretty silly and funny. I will say though, my one problem, nitpick, is that for some reason they didn't give blue Pikmin mouths, even though that's the whole thing. It's not a mouth, it's more like a gill, but oh my goodness, that's literally a part of the design, so it's kind of weird, but whatever. It was really cute. Oh, and one last thing, I actually really liked the whole Wart thing with the casino and everything. That was actually really great. It gets like a lot of hate, but I like him as a character, I like his voice, and I like the whole casino thing. It was one of my favorite parts of the movie. So yeah, that was it. That's enough of my rambling. What did you think of the movie if you watched it? If you didn't, sorry, I said a couple of spoilers here. But if you did, tell me what you think. Did you like it? Did you thoroughly hate it like a lot of people seem to? Or did you think it's the best thing ever like I've seen some people say? I'm kind of more in the middle. I think it's good. It's like a very solid 7 out of 10 movie. It's nothing like spectacular by any means, but it's a good watch, I guess. Yes, I did fall for a lot of the key jingling that they do, as people say, especially with the first movie. But yeah, I still have my issues with it, as I've talked about in this video. But yeah, that's about it. If you listen to the end, I really appreciate it. A like and subscribe would really go a long way. And I guess I'll see you for whenever they do a third movie, and see you here again. Bye.